Since I identified this lily as an Amazon lily, and I'm finally got its care down pat. Yes, it got burnt from the sun when the tarp ripped off the shop outside. But I got it growing real nice now. Nice and healthy now that I know what it is. It took many years to ID it, but it's flowering like crazy. Usually it gets one stalk every 3-4 years or so. It's been a couple years since it had the last flowers. Pardon me, I'm not sure what the heck's going on with my brain, my voice. One of the flowers older, falling off now. It's been flowering for quite some time. Isn't it beautiful? And the flowers smell just divine. Wish you could smell a video. This is the most flowers I've ever seen on it since I've owned it. And the previous owner didn't have any flowers on it. It's never flowered. And I was able to ID it with the last flower it got. Just one flower stalk and 3 flowers. Look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing how much something flourishes once you know what it is and you can give it proper care. I knew it was a lily, but nobody anywhere, even at the university, could tell me what type of lily it was, and it happened to be an Amazon lily. I won't try and pronounce the scientific name for it. I got it ID'd with Google Lens and then confirmed with a friend in Australia that where these grow. He's got a few or knows of potted ones all over the place. So it's really nice. Really nice to see it finally flourishing. Yes. And even though I repotted this little brat here with its beautiful roots, look at these sorrels are already growing in it, and I didn't do it very long ago. Didn't pot it very long ago. Crazy, eh? They're going nuts in here too. And I've already weeded this probably 6 or 7 times since it's been in the house. It's gonna be a bit to keep these wood sorrels down. My new Aralia, Fabian Aralia, is doing really good in here. It's pushing a lot of new growth now, so I'm probably going to pull that. It'll be my first indoor bonsai work of the season. And we down here, the Crashula ovaria, the jade forest that I started, needs the cuttings that I have planted in there and an update. So I'll be doing that later on once I get the outside stuff done. But it's been cold and absolutely miserable outside and super duper windy, so I haven't really wanted to go out there. Yeah, so that's that. Yes, flowers. Look at pretty flowers. I love flowers. Alright, I'm back out here in the dead of night because that seems to always happen. It's... what is it now? I've got the big light on. It's not warming up too much in here. 45 Fahrenheit, about 7 Celsius. And it's dropping. We're supposed to go down very close to 0, which is very close to 30. Most likely we'll have frost tonight. I'm going to leave the big light on in here again tonight because it did help last night. I've decided not to repot this one. I just need to weed it. The soil's still okay. It drains really good and all that kind of stuff. Maybe needs a bit of a trim. I put sand on the top of it to try and stop these weeds from growing, but that did nothing. Probably encouraged them. I know you really can't see too much, but... So what I'll do is I'll weed this one. The other one definitely needs to be repotted. This one I think is fine. I've been repotting a lot of things really quickly. Some of them get repotted every year. Oh boy, how did we get grass in here? Oh, that's what's holding that whole ball of soil together. It's this grass. That's crazy. Wow. Whoa. Well. So it should hold more water with all this stuff gone. There's literally no sand left on this side now. Oops. Definitely have more room for its own roots now. Oh boy. Huh. Was not expecting that. Oh, that's probably one of its roots. It's got suckers coming from the bottom. This one will definitely be happy to get back in the house. It doesn't mind being outside. Oh. I regret ever letting these little wood sorrels or clover thingies come in the house. Totally regret. Holy. Pulling up the entire thing. Okay. That's definitely one of its roots. Can you see in there? Right here. Definitely one of its roots. So I'll try and get that back down radial, or somewhat radial. So obviously it's rooted quite well in here. I'm just going to dig down around the trunk just a tiny bit here so I can see the root base and more easily get that sucker out. Oh wow, that's not too shabby. I wonder if I should put it in a nicer pot. I know. Sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm humming and humming and you don't even know what I'm humming and humming about. Okay. Let me take you out of here. And kick the light on here. Have a look at this. That's not too shabby, eh? There's quite a few pretty cool looking roots in there. but this little shoot here needs to come off. There we go. Oh, there's a few little shoots there, but we'll just pick those off. Yeah. I'm not sure. I know it needs some work, obviously, if there's this many roots this close together, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. My long weekend is not really coming the way I want. The stuff on my list isn't getting done. And I know that these trees can be repotted almost any time of year. So I might wait to do this one. And then maybe I'll have a better pot for it. Something where it can spread out more. Yeah. Pretty darn nice though, eh? Well, if only the top could come out that nice. See? There's seeds. You see it? You see that seed right there? That's a seed from those wood sorrels. Awful. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that back up. Probably with some fresh soil. Water it and take it in the house as is. And then we'll come back and we'll work on another one. There are spiders everywhere. Look at that little spider. Isn't it cute? I'll just put it on the pallet there for now. Literally everywhere. I don't want to bring too much of them in the house because they won't have much to eat in there over winter. Alright, so I'll just hold you guys. We'll dip into the dry soil here. And zip that around. Go and get some more. Just zip that around. And there we go. And that will be that. Oops, I think this is the front. A lot of new growth. I'll wait to see what develops, and we'll do a repot and a trim inside the house later on. So I'll get that watered and I'll get that in the house, and we'll come back and we'll do this one over here. I'm also going to bring in my my large adenium. I just got to weed it. I'm not going to do that on camera. I got to weed, add some new soil, get that in the house. And my little adenium from Nigel, same thing. I'm going to bring it in the house. I don't really have to do anything to it. The leaves are so tiny. Look how they miniaturize. These ones up here at the very top are very vigorous. But the ones here, they're so tiny. I thought that was hilarious. The other thing I'll do once these are in the house is I'll spray them down. These adenium, for some reason, when I have them, they're prone to some sort of sap insect. I never really figured out what the insect is. But you can see that they get all sappy and stuff like that. So I always spray them. When I bring them in, I spray them throughout the winter, and it keeps the leaves looking all nice. You'll notice the leaves will start to grow in all deformed and stuff like that. That's whatever that critter is that's attacking the buds. But the leaves are nice on here. And the flowers are beautiful. More flowers coming. So I'm going to bring them in. And this one. And I'm going to weed my cutting. So I'll just quickly show you this here. So this is my cutting. My cutting from my big adenium. So I gotta weed this one. But you can see it's got some nice growth this year. It's been slow to really come together, which cuttings usually are. It's got a little sucker coming up from the bottom, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to leave it and see what happens. But the branch cuttings from adeniums don't thicken up. I know I've said it probably 100 million times, but it's kind of neat how they work. I should probably repot this one this year. I mean next year. Can't repot it now. Best time to repot these is outside when it's really hot. Oh, it's hard to do this without breaking any of the roots. Yeah, adeniums are really prone to rot. I have to do this with 2 hands, but it'll be another one. I'll bring it in the same time as the 2 other adeniums. I just like showing the difference. So the cuttings versus by seed. So you can tell there's a huge difference between by seed and a cutting. So if you ever buy adenium and they're all skinny like this, they're a branch cutting. And if they have nice big thick trunk like this or like that, then they are not from a cutting, they are from a seed. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, repot time. I'm probably going to have to use the same pot. So I'm just going to try pulling it out of here. Oh, I let it dry just enough. That's good. Look at all those roots. That's nice. I put it in this pot originally because it had a nice big flower on it, but it was seriously covered in bugs when I first got it, and it really needed to just chill and grow some roots. So the drying out technique works on a lot of the weeds, not always the dandelions, but what can you do? So, oh, there's still one clover alive in here. I should have let it dry out a little bit more. This soil that I put it in, I wasn't sure if this tree would survive, so I think the soil is a bunch of used soil that I had. They're saying this hibiscus is an annual. Planted outside as an annual. That's not very nice. You're not an annual. You would be planted outside in a garden maybe, but not here with me. Wow. Well, now I know where some of those pretty roots came from. Dang dandelions. I was thinking of growing a bunch of dandelions inside the house actually to feed the rabbit over the winter and to use in salad. Dandelion greens are one of the healthiest greens you can get. Every vitamin available in every other vegetable and fruit are all packed into these dandelion greens. Pretty neat, eh? Actually, this one's got pretty cool leaves. Oh. Ow. A bunch of those willows were in here too. The dry out treatment seems to have worked with them. And all of this nice moss that was growing on here, it was almost algae looking, but it was just nice moss. I wonder if it'll green up again. I need a container. Damn squirrels! Scared the crap out of me. Jeez! Those are the boogie people. Get out of here! Jeez! They're coming to get me! I mean, my rabbit can come in here. I haven't seen it in a while. But those squirrels and the big mice and the rats. Actually, I haven't seen any rats here. But the squirrels and the chipmunks, holy guacamole. Unbelievable. Oops. Ooh. Oh, I don't know where to put everything. Some of it's trash. It's not even supposed to be in here anymore. I haven't had time. Well, I see a couple of big roots in here. Yeah, this was definitely used soil. All sorts of different things in there. All right. Not quite the root base I'd like to see, but I vaguely remember it being very bad before. A lot of these roots don't even belong to the poor thing. Okay, so since we have it out in the open, let me just get rid of this. Okay, how much of this can you see? Oh, you can see a lot of it. So this is the poor guy's root system. And we did do a lot of repair to it, as far as I remember. But I remember that it was just as poorly when I planted it in there. Although it has improved somewhat. So, we're just going to give it a little bit of a choppy chops. And see how much more we can improve. So there's a root here. I don't know what that root's doing. It decided to go straight up. There's another root. Huh. Well, that's interesting. This root does some weird curly thing. Okay, well. We'll just cut the root off that goes straight up there. That's like half the root system, but yeah. We've done this before. I'll keep that weird curly one. It's got feeder roots on it. These roots go literally completely sideways. It actually looks like it's going to grow some more roots from here. I can't lose all of this. I'm going to cut off this big one that's going sideways, and the next time we repot, we'll get rid of this other one. I can't do too much for it, I'm setting it back. If I do too much, that just looks like crap. But survival. Right now, survival. It does look like it's gonna shoot some more roots out of there. We'll see what it does. Now this one here, goodbye. Yeah, gotta do it. These guys grow from cuttings, so I mean, I just didn't want to set it back again. But here we are, setting it back again. Okay, well, that's all I want to do to it. It's more radial than it was. Oh, jeez. That's growing straight up in the air. We'll take that off. Get out. Huh. Well, it is what it is. And it's not what I was expecting, but there we are. Alright, so I'm going to reuse the same pot. It does drain out the bottom. It drains into this, and I can remove this if I need to. In the house, I don't really need to. So, just going to put this over here and fill this up real quick. If I can bend down. My back is taking a beating today. Hope I have enough soil. Okay. Mix some more for the next repots. Oh, up my sleeve. There we go. I should have a mask on, but I don't. Okay, look it. Actually looks like it's running away. I should chop it at the top, but I want to see what branches out first. I am going to take all these seeds out. Any more? No. So it looks like it's actually growing branches now. It definitely wasn't before. It's going straight up. And you can see I chopped it here to see if it would branch, and it is. I don't think I'm going to make this any more radial than it is. We'll give that another year. This is much better soil than it was in, so. have anything to throw at it. Maybe I'll get some free trees from everything it's burying in my pots, though. I don't know why it's trying to come in here at night. Might actually be the flying squirrels. We do have flying squirrels up here. They're pretty darn cute when they're not messing with my stuff. I'm sure it's a squirrel, it's not a boogeyman. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Oh, I should put a little bit more soil on there to cover up that little base so that we get some root growth on the side where there's no roots. None whatsoever. There. There we go. Just like that. Anything left? Oh, nothing left. Just to clean off the trunk there. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, I missed a seed. Hey. All right. Now this one comes back in the house. Next time you see it, it'll be all unfurled. That's unfurled, not unsquirreled. I don't know where it went. The critters are moving now because the night temperatures are dropping out of the sky, so they're all looking for places to hunker down, and have to set mouse traps all over the place. What's next? These pomegranates need to be done, but I might have to take them in the house because they literally just leafed out a week ago. So I can't throw them back into dormancy now. I'm going to have to bring them in the house and repot them later, or I might mix soil and repot them tonight. I also need to do the $50 challenge forest, the azaleas, Calendar Girl, the other jades. The living stonies are, I should just be able to bring them back in the house. They're humongous now. They're huge. And they lost all their colors. They're all just the same color now. I'm sad. I'm going to have to get some other ones to put in there that are different colors. What else? There's like a whole bunch of pomegranates down there on the floor too. And the tomatoes. I need to put the tomatoes up here. And then maybe tomorrow I can start taking these benches apart when I get back from the city, or Monday, if extra things don't get added to my list before that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.